As we talk about scheduling your success, one of the first things that I like to point out is that time is the great equalizer, as I call it. The number 168, what does that mean to you? Most people don't know what that number is off the top of their head, but what that is that's the number of hours in a week. And it doesn't change from one person to another, obviously. So one of the first things that we have to do is we have to understand what is the value of an hour. Before we start prioritizing, before we start scheduling things, what is your time worth? So I'd like you to do, you can do this exercise quietly, but take whatever amount of money you want to make this year, or what you made last year, or the number's really up to you. And I want you to divide that number by 2,000. Okay, 2,000 is 40 hours a week over 50 weeks. I use those numbers for a specific reason. Even if you don't take a vacation or never have a sick day, there are 2 weeks worth of state, federal, and religious holidays that even if you're working, nobody else is. And you might also say, Tim, with 8 hours a day, I work 12, 14, 16 hours a day. Well, congratulations, that's awesome. But the problem is that it's only socially acceptable to do calls and meetings during certain hours of the day. So there is a difference between the value of your prime time hour versus your non-prime time hour. So most of you have done that math already. Now, some of you in the room are new. If you're new and you say, I didn't make anything in brokerage last year, and I don't know what I'm going to make this next year, the baseline for me is $50 an hour. Okay? What that is that's $100,000 net in your pocket. And my guess is you got into this business for more than that, but we got to start somewhere. So $50 an hour. For some of you, it may be $500 an hour. For some of you, it may be $1,000 an hour. The point is that I want you to understand what the value of every single one of those prime time hours is, so that as you go forward and you begin to prioritize about how you use your time, you know what it's costing you to do certain activities. That doesn't mean you won't engage in leisure activities, or you won't take an hour for lunch, or you won't go to the gym. But from here on out, you are going to be very lucid about what the value of that hour is.